Yo, what up? It's AaroniMoses. This video is called My Views on White Supremacists, and I'm not sure if I spelled white supremacists wrong or right. And it doesn't matter because it's not gonna be a thing for very much longer. But you know what? My genuine view on white supremacists is that I don't give a fuck about white supremacists. You know why? I think that it is normal. I think it's natural. I think it's healthy for white supremacists to exist. Why? Because white people, and I'm not fucking racist, and I don't give a fuck what the fuck race you are as long as you're cool. You're not a fucking murderer, robber, psychopathic, schizophrenic motherfucking killer. Okay? White people realistically, scientifically, are a genetically impoverished people, bro. Let me fuck a white bitch. A white woman, excuse me. Guess what kind of fucking skin and hair this motherfucker's gonna have? I'm three-fourths of a fucking black person. Less than that. Let this bitch be 110% pure, untouched German, straight from the Caucasus Mountains. Dude, if they fuck with black people, they can't win. White people want to be recognized. White people want there to be white people in 1,000 years, in 2,000 years. I cannot blame them for having the mentality. Oh no, well, what the fuck do the white women say? I had a couple, but I would never have a baby with one. I would never marry one because they're smart. Because they know if they fuck with a nigga, even a Puerto Rican, that baby is gonna be brown. That baby's gonna be able to tan. That baby is not gonna be a night person. That baby's not gonna be a fucking moon being. White people are supposed to be in the moon. They're not supposed to be in the goddamn sun. Everything grows in the sun except for white people and fish that live under a certain elevation or whatever the fuck, a certain depth in the ocean. Everything in the universe and our Earth needs sun, water, and air. White people need sun because they are living human beings. But at the same time, like sunlight is not good for a white person's skin. If they get a lot of it, they're gonna die. Black people are totally the opposite. If we don't get a lot of sunlight, we are gonna get skin cancer and get sick. So what I'm saying is, white supremacy is supposed to happen because if it doesn't, if you like to see diversity, if you want to move somewhere where there's a lot of different cultures and you can learn and there's a lot of data, there's a lot of information, then you need white people if you want that. Okay? If you're not Asian and you're not black, you're white. If you're not black and you're not white, you're fucking Asian. If you're not white, you're fucking black. Okay? To break it down. If you're not white, you're fucking black. Okay? And of course, I don't like to think about shit like that. But at the same time, we need to stop. It's not a hate factor. You cannot hate on white supremacy. You cannot really blame a white person for saying they hate black people. A lot of people have told me and preached to me that if a white person loves the idea of black people and diversity, then that means they hate white people. If a white person, the only way that a white person can actually love being white is if they hate black people. So all the people that claim that oh no, I love black people and my best friend's black, that means they hate white people. Do I believe that? No, but a lot of people do believe that. A lot of white people fucking do believe that. If you go up to somebody that's of Caucasian descent and they love being white and they're not confused about what the fuck they stand for, 9 times out of 10 they're going to really reject the programs and the doctrines of anything black. White people don't invite a lot of black things into their lives intentionally, unless it makes a lot of money or currency or things that make sense and things that build advantages for them. As far as the whole, white people, Lindsay Lohan's mom saying that she thinks black people are monkeys, I mean, that's good. That means she knows how to motherfucking read. That means that she's agreeing to the program that black people are monkeys. Every monkey that I've ever fucking met or seen in the fucking Brookfield Zoo is much stronger than my motherfucking ass. And every NFL, NBA football player that I've seen slam dunk or fucking hopscotch his ass into the field goal line or whatever from the end zone. But I mean, if a white person calls me a monkey, I'll be okay with that because you know what? You're a monkey too, but you're just mutated, less devolved, and less qualified to be on this motherfucking earth. Okay, let's have a contest. Let's have a contest. Um, you meet me here every day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon when the sun is the most high in the sky. And we'll do this for the next 20 years. And the first person that gets cancer wins. Okay, that's good. That means you're white. That's good. You know, I mean, I'm not a racist and I'm not against the creation and the multiplication of white people. I'm definitely not. But you know what? I want my son and his sons and his sons and his sons and his sons for the rest of forever to experience white people and the data and the information that they have to contribute to this world. And the only way for white people to survive is for them to support white supremacy. That's the only fucking way. White people cannot survive without those same Becky, Sarah, goddamn Anna going to school and say, well, I've tried a couple of them, but I would never marry one. I would never have a baby with one good. Okay, marry Thomas. Marry motherfucking Jackson. So you can have more white babies. So there can be white people for us to interact with and they put their little fake ass smiles and you know, congratulate us for doing some dumb shit and, you know, all that shit and, you know, blah, blah, blah. You love hip hop, you like Chief Keef, guess what? There would be no such thing as drill music if it wasn't for white people. You know why? Because rap and hip hop is the creation of the the effort to impoverish black people musically. They took classical music. We made black people invented, you know, specific instruments during slavery and before slavery. And they said, no, 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 no instruments, no this, no, 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 no. These niggas keep making music. Take that shit, take that shit. Sorry. What we did was, all right, that's fine. Master, always take my instruments. And now I gotta go and do this shit again. And that's where hip hop came from. So white people needing to dominate and needing to fake ass alpha shit and make people as impoverished are they as they are genetically is a result of a lot of great things. Melanin needs to be challenged and in order for us to create great things. Yes, white people have melanin. It's not enough for it to be mentionable, but you know they have melanin. Everything has melanin. But I support white supremacy because I want to see white people when I'm fucking 90 years old sitting out here smoking on some shit I'm not supposed to be smoking on. You know what I'm saying? When I'm calling my when I'm calling my grandson and my great grandson young blood and telling niggas to go to the store get me another 40, I want there to be some white people walking by and saying, hey, you see that motherfucker? That's a crack ass crack. See that crack ass cracker right there? Nah. But I want to see white people be around. There will be no such thing as Mexicans. There will be no such thing as Puerto Ricans, Cubans, if it wasn't for white people and their insatiable appetite for surviving. Because they are motherfucking human. Maybe they can't come out in the sunlight. Maybe, you know, whatever the fuck else without getting cancer. But they're fucking real, bro. They're real people and they need the same respect that everybody else has in this world. Okay? We all have a place in this world and they're just trying to secure their motherfucking place in this world. Call me Uncle Tom. Call me whatever the fuck you want to call me. Just don't call me motherfucking broke. But I want to see white. I like to see different people. I like to see white people. I like to see light skinned people. What's up, bro? What's up? Oh yeah, I finished your track and I sent it to two of my homies. And it's gonna have 3 verses on it. I'm just waiting for my collabs to come back. I finished your track. It's flame. If you go on my Instagram right now, and the hook is "Can you suck my dick for me?" And I got a fucking I got a little partnership on it, and I got somebody who's about to create a YouTube that has thousands and thousands of subscribers that wants to actually use the song for his theme song. So just let me handle that little piece of business. If you want me to send it to you and let you hear how it sounds, it's done, bro. If you want me to send it to you, but I support. I don't. I'm not gonna say I support white supremacy because it fuels so many horrible things that's meant for black people. But hey, bro, they can't destroy us. All the money in the motherfucking world, all the programs in the world is not gonna destroy niggas. Most of the world, like I said, is black people. Whether they want to call themselves Asians, whether they want to call themselves Hispanics, whether they want to call themselves Latino, whether they want to call themselves mixed, everybody in the whole world is black, bro. So don't trip, bro. If you really want to be on that, shoot the police and kill the president and do all that other shit. But we can't be stopped, bro. Melanin doesn't die, bro. So if there's no white supremacy, then white people are not gonna be here, bro. And of course you're not gonna be here to see there only be brown people on this earth, but it's inevitable, bro. We look like trees for a reason. They don't for a reason because whatever. I'm not gonna go into that. But hey, bro, I'm not gonna say, oh no, he's a bad person because he's in the KKK. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's doing what nature intended him to do because he doesn't want his people to motherfucking die and not be here. Do I support the KKK killing niggas? Fuck no. But I can't blame the nigga. If you're in a gang, you can't say that you hate the KKK because you're a fucking hypocrite. You want to see your set rise to the top. You want to see your block get all the money. That's what the fuck white people are doing, bro. They're trying to make sure white people don't die. They multiply, which is not the case. But we'll see how long it's gonna take for there to be, no more people with blonde hair and blue eyes and white skin that can't fucking go in the sun without rubbing some kind of chemicals on their skin to protect them from, dying of cancer and dying a horrible death. Do I give a fuck about it? I mean, if they can contribute, they can stay. If they can't, let God do His will. Let nature do what it's supposed to do, man. I mean, nobody's bad just because they were born any specific way, ever. That's just not. That's just not how things work. Okay, nothing's born bad. That's ignorant for you to think. I don't hate white people. I enjoy all races. I don't want to go anywhere where there's all black people. I don't want to go anywhere where there's all Mexicans. I don't want to go anywhere except for Mexico, Cancun, turn up. I don't want to go anywhere where there's all white people. You know, I don't want to be anywhere where everybody looks the same. You know what? Because that's boring. That's boring. Am I sipping wine out of a fucking Propel bottle? Yes, I am. Because I don't want to spill it. I don't want flies to get in my shit. But, I mean, if you don't want there to be white supremacy, just don't pay attention to it. If you give it thought, you give it power. The only way something can exist is if you keep thinking about it. If you really hate white people, if you really hate white people, turn out a white girl, keep making black babies with her motherfucking ass, and you just killed the white person. Because when she dies, all she has left to offer to this world is a whole bunch of black babies with curly hair that look like my son. And then he's gonna grow up and he's gonna marry a Somalian, Kenyan, Nigerian woman. And there's gonna be one less white person in this world. But of course, like I said, I don't hate white people. I just like giving motherfuckers advice. Damn, I spoke that square fast as a motherfucker. But the idea I got from this is because of my homeboy B Vlogs. Check out B Vlogs. You're a white boy. I'm not. Of course, I don't hate fucking white people. My grandmother is white as fuck. My grandmother's Irish. Her mother was from Spain. I don't hate motherfucking white people, bro. That would be ignorant. My mom is light skinned as shit, and she keeps saying all this black power shit. Oh, you need to grow up. You need to marry a Somalian or an Indian chick that's darker than you. You're light skinned as shit, bro. My mom looks like Terrence Howard's little sister. Lighter than that. She can't even tan. She burns. On everything, bro. I want to impregnate a sister. Hey, bro. You do that. You do that. Make sure you have the emotional strength and uh, good credit. Very good credit. I'm just kidding. That's horrible to say. I love my white brothers because they down for me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give. If you love white people, then you gotta support. If you love white people and you want to see white people survive and you like Louis C.K. and you know Coca-Cola and things like that, man. You gotta have respect for white supremacy because the only way white people will survive is if there's white people that are national socialists and white supremacists. That's the only way. The KKK, them as far as them making efforts to destroy black people, no, I don't support that. I don't want people to think I'm dangerous because I'm the original motherfucking person. People are like, oh, your hair is so. It is was the person because I went to cosmetology school and I'll be telling people how I cut motherfuckers' hair, and they'll be like, is their hair like yours or is it like normal? And I'm like, what? My hair is not weird, bitch. It's original. You're you got the game fucked up. You know this shit is original. This shit took work. This shit took work. You know as far as that, but I'm proud to be human. I'm proud to be conscious. I'm proud to if I go in that corner and meditate right now, I can go to all kind of different worlds, and that's not what this video is about. But check out Brian Vlogs, bro. No, his name is B_VLOGS. I mean VLOGZ. That's my brother, man. That's my Bone Thug and Harmony brother, bro. But check out Brian Vlog. I mean, check out B_Vlogs. Check, I got hella music with the kid, man. He's not a kid, but I just call everybody kid. But check out Thought Star. Pray for my homeboys Thought Star. Um, check out B Vlogs, and you know keep on loving everybody, cause everybody. I mean, I don't represent the skin I'm in. Everybody's like, oh, well, if you do this, then everybody's gonna think all black people do that. If they think that, they're fucking ignorant. Because I don't represent all black people. I don't represent all Africans. I don't represent anybody with my last name. I don't represent people that wear American flag shirts. I don't represent anybody who wears red pants. I don't represent anybody who drinks wine out of propane bottles. I don't represent anybody who wears fucking Ray-Bans because they just won a fat-ass lawsuit from their lawyer because their son recorded my son and when he was naked in the yard and now we sued them for like $5,000. I don't represent anything like that. I represent my goddamn self. I represent me being a form of God being sleep and not having shit to do. So I created Earth and I created 7 billion motherfuckers and now we're all just pretending like we're not God in order to entertain each other. That's what the fuck I represent. So stop calling me goddamn black. Did watch a video, it's called Stop Reminding Me That I'm Black because this shit's just ignorant, bro. Stop looking at my skin. I don't give a fuck. Keep doing what you're doing. Your culture doesn't mean a goddamn thing to me. Your culture doesn't mean shit. Your ways, your customs doesn't mean anything because it all came from one place. That's a universal law. We all come from one place. So why are you separating yourself from somebody because of what the fuck they look like is you weakening yourself. What are you fucking stupid? You know, black all this borders, specific specific boundaries, specific borders, specific respects that don't need to exist are just weakening you, man. So me making this video is just pointless to somebody who has a certain level of consciousness. But you know, that's all I got to say about that, bro. Really, in all reality, bro, it's just dead. Hey, have you ever heard of something of hey, have you ever heard of some DJ called Steve Aoki? Yeah, I heard of dude. The Asian kid with the long hair. With the yeah. I saw him on Ridiculousness. Skype. I'm doing Skypes. I don't really I don't really talk to the homeboys for free too much. I charge for consultations, and if you want to say what's up, that's one thing. But yeah, I definitely got to charge you guys for speaking to me on a personal level. That's why I do these live streams, so I don't have to charge you, because I know not everybody has the patience or the resources in order to ask me questions and things like that. In order, if I'm gonna help you make some money, bro, you gotta show a little bit of respect, bro. You gotta pour some libations for me, bro. You know, that's just respecting my brand, respecting myself, respecting all the rest of the bang gangers. You know, I might talk to you, you know, send me some messages back and forth, email me and stuff like that. But I don't really do that, you know. I want to have a convo. If you want to have a convo, I mean, that's just what it. This is the environment and the community in which I am trying to help you grow, but we have to help each other help each other. And the only real way that you can help me as far as that is helping your brothers and sisters by contributing to my lifestyle in order for this thing to grow in a monetary way. You like Walmart, but you walk in Walmart and you pay money in order for you to experience your full, you know, the full value that Walmart has to offer. You know, the only way that I can fully help you is if you fully pay for me to fully help you. I'm not even on that, bro. I kind of look like ODB. I've been pretty much told that I look like everybody that has brown in their skin a little bit. I've been told I look like DJ Academics. I've been told I look like Gucci Man. I know what the fuck Gucci Man looks like. I don't think I look like Gucci Man, but damn, I still got a beer out here. That's what's up. But no, I'm not. I don't wanna. I don't have the intentions of making anybody salty on my energies. But I give. It's for real. People tell me I look like Gucci Man almost every day. And Gucci Man's a handsome fellow. I don't take offense to it, but I feel like they only say that because I have, you know, this kind of nose and some lips. But other than that, I don't look like Gucci Man. But yeah, I give consultations. I will talk to you on Facebook, on Instagram, on Snapchat, on Twitter. You can email me. My homeboy, shout out to Johnny Boy Blaze. My homeboy Johnny Boy Blaze emails me almost every fucking day. But if he calls me and he wants some real advice to give him some money, I'm gonna charge the nigga. I've been talking to them. I've been talking to my homie for what 2 3 years, almost every day. But if he wants me to have a 30-minute conversation, I'm gonna still charge him, just like everybody else. I've only had maybe I want to say about 10 consultations where I've charged people like $30, $20 an hour, depending on what the fuck they want to know. Some people just want to talk. Some people have actual questions, and they have a lot of questions. So if you wanna hit your homeboy up, I might have to download a WhatsApp or some kind of app where we can have conversations. But that's just how it's gonna be. You know, I have the live stream, so you can ask me whatever you want to ask me, with the exception of me answering any questions on violence or retaliation or anything like that, weapons. But the live streams are for you to ask me things, and I answer them free. If you want to have an hour conversation with me, it's definitely gonna be some money involved. What do you think about the military? I mean, if you have something valuable, you have to protect it at all cost, at whatever cost that you put into it. What do I think about the U.S. military? The U.S. military makes motherfuckers crazy. If you have a specific type of genetics, of course you're not gonna experience any trauma. But I mean, the military, in all actuality, is a good thing, of course, because everything in this world is based off of the body. You know, your cells have a defense mechanism. Your body has an immune system. Big up from the UK. What's up, bro? What's up? Oh no, no, no. I don't take it like that. But if you're not around a specific amount of um, black people or white people, all white people are gonna start to look the same to you if you're not around them enough. All black people, if you're not around them enough, they're gonna start to look the same. Of course, that's just inevitable. You know, what's the saying? Uh, Out of sight, out of mind. So if you don't see a lot of black people, all black people are gonna start looking the same. If you don't see a lot of white people, all white people are gonna look the same. Me, I see a lot of white people, so I get to see the little, genetic differences and then the little characteristics in the face that distinguishes one white person from another white person. I get to see, different types of white people. Most white people in America come from Germany. Second the second most types of features that white people uh, show are Irish in America. And the third types of white people that you see are English. So if you don't live around a lot of white people, of course they're gonna start looking the same because they only come from three places, but they predominantly come from three places in America: Germans, Irish people, and English motherfuckers. Black people usually come from, the west or the east or the southwest or the southeast. Of course, if you start seeing black people, most black people in America come from one of fucking four places. I think most Asians in America are Chinese, Korean, and fucking. I don't know. I'm not even gonna speak on that because I don't know. Um, that wasn't okay. I'm about to smoke some dragon cookies. What the fuck is that? That nigga said dragon cookies. That good shit. That sound like that good shit. Fucking Scooby snacks. You over here smoking Scooby snacks. What's up, bro, man? I wasn't trying to make this a long ass video, man. And I ran out of alcohol. For now. You best believe I got more. Do we have any more comments, questions, concerns, anything like that, man? I'm flexing. How was the eclipse for everybody, man? This eclipse was trippy as fuck. It was pretty much like Halloween, or the 4th of Halloween, because it was hella spirits walking around this motherfucker. Bro, I gotta, no lie, you guys know I'm with the spiritual shits. And ghosts and spirits fuck with me and stuff like that. I have a lighter that looks just like this, but it's rusted, and when you try to flick it, it doesn't work. No lie, on my son, I fucking threw that lighter away 3 times, but somehow it still ended up in this chair. Crazy, crazy. My friend's little brother likes Camels non-filtered. LOL. Why? Uh, First of all, does he drink beer and is he white? If he drinks beer, I mean non-menthols are kind of good if you drink beer. But I can't really tell you that's the man's taste buds. can't explain to you why his brain is attracted to that taste. Why is your favorite color blue and my favorite color red? I can't tell you that. That's just how his brain operates. Do you believe in ghosts? Oh yeah, I got a video that actually shows a ghost in my home. And I think it's called There's a Ghost in My House. And basically what goes on in the video is I was laying on the bed with Liz. This is right after we moved in this crib right here, like a year ago exactly. Because we signed the lease in August 1st. We signed the lease in whatever the month is before this month. But we moved in on August 3rd because we got to get all the utilities turned on and shit, and get the internet. But the the drawstring on the fan was rocking constantly, and it would like make big loops and things like that. But that was a ghost. Yeah, I believe in ghosts, definitely, bro. Definitely. Energy never is created or destroyed; it only transforms. I didn't see the eclipse. Dude, it was fucking crazy. First, it was hot as shit, and it was sunny and beautiful, and then the moon moved in front of it, and I put these Ray-Bans in front of my. I put the Ray-Bans on first, and then I put the Armani's over it, and then I put my hat on so I could look into the sun for a couple seconds, which I don't advise you to do because that's not very smart. But you could see the moon moving in front of the sun. I tried to take some pictures, but I don't. My technology is not over 9,000, so it just didn't happen. But it got a little bit darker, and it got cool as fuck. But I meditated, and it was beautiful energy. I walked to the store. It was awesome. All right. I'm watching this shit at 1 a.m. What time is it there? Right now, it is like 5 o'clock, I think. Hold on, let me see. It's oh damn. It's 7. It's actually 6:58 on the dot. So 1 o'clock would be 5 hours. Where? Oh, you're in the UK. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool. That's what's up. Too harsh. Nah, he's a light-skinned Mexican. Yeah, Mexicans like a lot of things that white people like because Mexicans are a product of the conquistadors and you know stuff like that. But whatever. Does that make you scared that there's a ghost in your crib? Does not. The ghost, they left. There's no spirits in my house anymore. They come during the summer and they leave during during Halloween. They all left. Because I don't really want to explain it. But there's a portal that opened down the street across the bridge. There was a big ass portal. Because if you've ever seen the movie Colors, or if you know anything about, I think it's Compton, they have this big ass, like these big electric towers. And there's a train track right here, which is very spiritual, and there's a Masonic temple down the street. And if you want me to take a picture of it or record it or anything like that, let me know. But basically, this town is built to be a spiritual portal type thing. So, like the day before Halloween, I'm sitting on my porch and I see all these spirits walk down the street, and they all went to the portal, and all the spirits and the ghosts from my house left, except for two of them, and then eventually those two left too. So we're all good, man. And I'm moving from this bitch, so I don't give a fuck. No, it didn't scare me. Liz is really sensitive to these spirits, and she was wilding out and getting all depressed and things like that. But I'm in the cut recording it. Record it. It's not really a big deal. There's fucking Masonic temples all over America, but it's across the street from the jail and down the street from the liquor store. Not coincidentally, but it's a lot of it's like 11 churches. It's 11 churches in this little town. There's 3 churches down the street on one fucking street. There's a Catholic church. There's like 5 churches. There's a house that they turned into a church. It's just A spiritual fucking cesspool. There's a lake that people keep dying at, and they keep putting blue algae in that bitch, and a girl just died in that bitch like 3 days before we got here, and it's there's fucking a cemetery. It's a cemetery that has a portal in it, and it doesn't like me going there during the day, but it only likes me going there during the night. It doesn't like Liz going there during the night, but it usually likes her going there during the day. It's fucking crazy. There's a lot of dead fucking babies around this bitch too, and it's always animals, dead animals and dead pets always walking around, and you can see like little shadows out of the corner of your eye, and you look and you're like, what the fuck? Well, whatever, man. I'm not even on that. Any mosque? Nah, all the mosques and what are the Jewish things called? Temples. They're all in Oklahoma City, like the actual inner city. Why you smoke 10 cigarettes in 29 minutes? Hey, cause I'm teeing up, bro. I'm teeing up, and cause I'm a good person. There's even a few in my city, the UK. These are all over the planet. Well, I mean, I hear there's a lot of what's it called, Islamophobia in the UK, and like people like one of my favorite rappers is MIA, bro. If you're from the UK and you don't like MIA, you're sleeping, bro. You're sleeping. MIA is one of my favorite rappers, but she made a video where basically she explains how it's a music video. I forgot what it's called. I forgot. I forgot what the fuck this shit's called. But apparently, gingers, which is white people who have really pale skin and they have freckles and they have red hair, they fucking hate them. They hate them like nigga, like gingers are worse than niggas in America. And I'm not saying black people. I'm saying niggas, like niggas. So I want to know what the whole deal with that is. I mean, I know they have a recessive gene, which is whatever the fuck, but any mosque where you are, I'm not Muslim. I'm just Catholic, I guess. Yeah, nah. You should watch a show called The Atheist Experience. Are you high? No, I'm not high. I wish I was high. But my weed man won't answer. Because he doesn't like money. I'm Muslim and my area is as well. So I don't experience Islamophobia. Well, that's cool, man. If you leave where you live, if you exit your area of comfort, I'm sure that you would. If you go on a motherfucking plane, you might. I mean, that's not good, bro. You shouldn't. It's in my opinion that you shouldn't protect yourself with numbers, cause it's just. I mean, yeah, you have to have certain mentalities to make yourself safe, but what are you really learning from staying in your own community and not exposing yourself? Eventually, that mentality and that surrounding is going to give you a form of mental illness that can only be healed with experiencing the rest of the world. Like, I'm sure you eat Chinese food and, you watch TV that show you different cultures and things like that, but that's really not the real world, man. I'm not trying to down what you're doing, but I mean, in order to protect yourself from that mental illness, you gotta expose yourself to the rest of the world, my brother. And I definitely, one of my best friends is Muslim, and he just changed his name, and the only reason he's Muslim is because he can do whatever he wants to do, and then Allah will forgive him, which I think that's you know whatever my opinion is on that is real, but I like all good people. Me too, bro. I don't give a fuck what you do with your life. If you're not a rapist, you're not a murderer, you're not a fucking liar, you're pretty good in my book, bro. Whatever the fuck. If you're trying to grow and you read books and you do what you have to do, I mean, if you're good, if you're a good person, who can really say anything against you? You know, everybody, oh, I'm a millionaire. Okay, you're a millionaire, but how do you give back to people? You know, one of the things that I always said is, I think it's the most awkward, what's the word I'm looking for? I think it's the most awkward, inappropriate thing to ask somebody, what do you do? Like, how do you make money? Like, why does it matter how I make money? Like, what do I do to give back to my society and give back to people? Should be your question. Like, how I make money is not where I get my value from. I get my value from being a good fucking person and the amount of lives that I positively affect. It doesn't matter how I make money. You could be a homeless person and be more valuable, you know, to a lot of people than a motherfucking millionaire. So why are you asking people how the fuck they make money? That's dumb as shit. Like, you know what I mean? But that shit doesn't matter, you know? It's gonna become a day. Oh, he just called me a gangster. I'm not a gangster. What the fuck? See? Because these motherfuckers don't let their kids hang around other black people, and they dictate what I am based on, you know, what the man wants to tell their vision and how they're remotely controlled and how they're programmed through this marathon of foolishness. No, I'm holding this phone in my hand. I got a phone. That's very true. Thank you, thank you. I have oh shit! You made me spill my beer on my American flag. God damn. They call me a gangster, but they don't even know that the skateboard that they're riding is mine. I left it in the field because I knew a whole bunch of little kids playing that field. So I put my skateboard in there because I knew I couldn't take it back to Chicago. Plus, I want to get another one. But you know, they ride around on well, it's there now, but they ride around on the skateboard that I left in the grass for them, and they say bad things about me because their parents are fucking meth heads, and I just sued, you know, their little friends' parents for a couple $1,000. But that's exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. But what other questions do we have? I'm about to get in the studio, man. I'm about to make a whole bunch of music. I'm about to make a whole bunch of music. I got 200 unreleased tracks. I'm about to put out about 60 of them before my birthday. I'm about to I'm about to put out these mixtapes. I got a whole bunch of music on SoundCloud right now. If you want to check the SoundCloud out, I got a song called "Kill Your Teacher" coming out. If you want to preview or review or or critique any of my music, email me skinny91 M as in Michael, P as in Peter @gmail.com. Y'all ever heard of TK? I just put out 2 TK freestyles on my SoundCloud. One's like, I was in Cook, didn't beat the case. They put a warrant on me and it was a race. I had a warrant for 5 years, my nigga. But I got locked up, but they didn't see that shit. And then I got another one, it's like, I gotta robbing stores, I gotta robbing banks. Cause I'm the motherfucking shit and they ain't. And where I put the fucking pain is where it's cane. They gotta go and get the motherfucking cane. That shit is hard as fuck. Go on my SoundCloud if you want to hear my TK, the race freestyles. I have 2 of them. One, I thought it was light, so I just recorded another one, but they both go hard as fuck. I actually recorded like fucking 15 of those. I was freestyling for like an hour, bro. But anyways, back to these questions. Have I ever left the U.S.? No, I haven't, bro. I love you guys, and I know I preach a lot of things, and I rebuke a lot of foolishness. But in all actuality, I don't really like to travel, my nigga. Like, because when I go and see things and it's over, I'm like, okay, well, I want to go back to my level of comfort that I was before I left. But I mean, I've been pretty much forced to travel when I was younger, so I think that kind of scarred me a little bit. But I've been to a couple states. I've been to D.C., which is not a state. I've been in New York. I've been Texas. I've been to Shreveport. Shout out to Shreveport. I've been to Dallas. I've been Tyler, Texas. I lived in Arizona. I lived in Georgia. I've been to Orlando, Florida. Shout out to Orlando. I've been to Tallahassee, Florida. I've been to South Carolina. I've been to Wisconsin. I've been to Minnesota. I've been to North Dakota. Never been to California. I've never been in Nevada. But nah, I've never been out the U.S., man. I'm hoping to go to Mexico because Liz apparently owns some land in Mexico, and her ex-husband won't give her the account information because he can't tap into it because the nigga's a salty little dick-ass nigga, and won't give her the money that they're making off the rent. But he can't access the money, so he showed her in the account the money was there, but whatever the case is. Nah, yeah, I want to go to Mexico. I want to go to the Yucatan. I want to go to, um, I want to go to, where I really want to go? I, lo- I, I've really been into English culture. Like when I was a little ass kid, for some reason, I've been really drawn to English culture. I want to go there. But I don't think they have Newports. Do they have Newport 100s in the UK? If they do, I'll go. If they don't, I have to get my hotel and then I'll have to ship my packages of Newports to the UK and then I'll smoke my cigarettes. But I can't really go anywhere if they don't have Miller High Life and fucking and Newport 100s, bro. But I'm sure they have menthol cigarettes and they're just as good as Newports. But I don't like to gamble. I'm not a gambling man. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to I want to go to Vancouver. I want to go to Toronto. I want to go to Winnipeg. I want to go to Nova Scotia. I want to go to Egypt to meditate in front of the pyramids. I want to go to. I don't really want to go to Japan because I don't speak Japanese at all. Which I'm sure I could survive if I don't speak Japanese. I don't really want to go to China, but I'm pretty much open to going anywhere. I want to go to Saudi Arabia just to see how weird that shit is. Nah, but let me answer some of these questions. Do you think the Nazis really had gas chambers? I don't think the Jews have too much of a reason to lie about that shit, but I mean, I think they did because if you know anybody in the army that's ever been to Afghanistan or Iraq, like my auntie was in the army for my whole teenage years, and they trained her for the gas chambers. But I don't fucking know, bro. I don't know exactly. I'm pretty sure nobody would lie about that shit. I wish I had some lean. I know it's bad for you, but I never had it, so I could have fun for a while. I've never been to Baltimore. Lean is overrated, bro, and it's worse than cocaine. It's worse than cocaine in the respect that it's more expensive than cocaine for the effect that it gives you, and that shit is dumb expensive, bro. If you're gonna sip some lean, you're gonna for the first time ever, you're gonna need at least $300 to blow. You're gonna need at least 2 grams of weed. You're gonna need a four of some lean, and then actually you probably need about $200. But that's enough, bro. And this shit, all it's gonna do is gonna make you slower if and then you gotta fucking spend time on getting all these. Just alright. I don't want to endorse lean. I don't support it or anything like that. I'm not gonna tell anybody to do any drugs. Yeah, if you're going to do lean, you gotta have weed, bro. This is why I think 21 Savage is weirdo, because this nigga said he doesn't smoke weed. All he does is just sip lean, which nobody fucking sips lean and they don't smoke weed. And if you smoke weed with lean, it doesn't make you fucking paranoid. Okay, unless you did some really, really horrible shit and a lot of people are trying to kill you. But you gotta have weed with your lane, number one. Number two, you gotta listen to Chopped and Screwed, because Chopped and Screwed music is literally engineered for you to get higher. Lean is something like a hallucinogen. If you listen to fucking Chopped and Screwed when you sip lean, it'll make you higher. That's just like if you have trippy pictures, if you have a trippy environment, and you take acid, or if you take mushrooms, or you take DMT, then this shit's gonna make your environment is gonna make you higher. The music is gonna make you higher. If you listen to a whole bunch of metal and fast ass music when you sip lean, that's just gonna make you feel the opposite of what the fuck lean is supposed to make you feel. If you put yourself in a stressful situation when you take acid or shrooms, it's just gonna make you have a bad trip. So you gotta set yourself up to win, bro. Chopped and Screwed is really engineered for you to get higher just from listening to the music. Alright, now you should come to Somalia and make that money over here. It's not as dangerous as the news makes it out to be. You can start any business. Well, the fact that I've never really been anywhere outside of Atlanta or Chicago that makes me feel comfortable. I mean, there's really nowhere. I never been in Cali. I never lived in Florida. So, I don't I'm not fucking super old, but I don't really have the time to be experimenting as far as where the fuck I want to live. Visiting Somalia and dipping in some panties over there, that's one thing. But I think Somalia is a part of the Arab nation. And if they're not, they're still a Muslim predominant state. So I'm not going to be able to fuck everything that I see that's walking. I'm not going to be able to probably turn up and drink as much as I do and make friends and be respected as a human being. I'm not sure. I don't know shit about Somalia. I know Egypt, I can't do that shit. I know Morocco, I can't do that shit. I know Saudi Arabia, Yemen, I can't do that shit. I don't want to live anywhere that has a predominant uh, Muslim culture. I don't think that would be good for me. Just because of my standards for life and lifestyles, I don't think that would be good. And money's not fucking everything. I can make money anywhere off the internet, bro. Money doesn't make you anything. But a person with rich people problems. Huh. I'm in Southern California. Awesome. My grandma lived in Mexico. That's what's up. I don't want to go to Mexico no more, more, more. Why? What's up in Mexico, man? The only thing about Mexico, all drugs are legal and they don't really have a lot of laws that are heavily enforced from what I hear. I haven't been to Mexico. A lot of my friends are Mexican. LOL, no they don't. No, LOL, they don't. What are you saying that to? What are you talking about? How long ago was that? 7:13. That was 7 minutes ago. Alright, alright. McGregor or Mayweather? I don't really watch boxing, man. Not like that. Do you know where to buy land? I certainly do. A fucking four from what I'm hip to, that should have cost you. I don't know. I think a pint is 16 ounces. Everybody says a pint would cost you like $1,000 or some shit like that. I I can get a pint for like less than $200 right now. Just smoke that gas, OFM. Do you believe and God, just wondering. Often you talk about the experiences with the unseen. I definitely believe in God. I mean, if you want me to give you a brief, my 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 theory is, or my philosophy, it's not much of a theory. I mean, because it is evidence that we are all extensions of God. We're all extensions of the universe. So what I think is, nobody outside yourself exists. I believe that you and I are just, God sleeping. Like, you are just God having a dream right now. And you're bored as fuck. Because somebody asked me the question earlier on Facebook. What do you think happens when you die? But it's in my theory that you are God, and I mean, what the fuck, bro? God can do anything that he or she wants. So if you're God and you have all the powers and you can create anything you want, you're gonna be bored eventually. Like, so you created this world with 7 billion people in it, and it's nothing for you to do. You're fucking bored. You're bored, and you just created everything, and everything around you is fake. And God, you are God, right? And then you went to sleep and created everything, basically like a video game, which is life. And there's really nothing for you to do. Do I think there's a point to life? No. I think the point of life is to be experienced and to fucking not be bored. Everything bad only happens because you're bored and because you're fucking ignorant as fuck. And because you don't know everything in the world. If you were a guy, what would you do right now? You would do everything. You would do everything that you could do. There's no such thing as time. Okay, when you do everything, what are you gonna do? Do everything again. Okay, then what are you gonna do? You're gonna do it an infinity amount of times. So what else is there to do? Go to sleep and make a whole new world where you don't remember that you're really God and you erased all your memories of knowledge and existence and understanding, and then when you die you just wake up and you were like, damn, that was a good ass dream. Well, let me do it again. Let me do everything and then I'm gonna create everything again. That's really what I believe, but it doesn't matter, man. Exactly, because a lot of people, their religions are right and my religion's right, everything's right. Cool, I always have weed, LOL, go to Trinidad or Jamaica. LOL, nah, we're family, but we can smoke and drink freely. Tree out here. That's awesome. But niggas do that on the low, and girls are freaks. Hey, man, I see how people are religiously. They don't have fucking religions or any morals or philosophy about life, and they kill motherfuckers for fucking their wife long dick style. So if you have a specific religion or program, I'm not gonna say all Muslim men will kill you if you fuck their wife. I'm not gonna say all Somalian girls go. I'm not gonna say no Somalian girls will see how sexy I am or how sexy me, and I just don't wanna. I don't wanna gamble with that. I don't hear anything bad about Somali. I don't do research on Somali or anything like that. I love it here in Houston. Wait, let me see. I don't think, no, I don't. Violent and poor. I love it out here in Houston. That's what's up, man. I never been to Houston. I hear it's cool. I hear it's cool. Syrup City. Dude, that nigga Paul Wall snap, bro. When he was on DJ Small's eyes. Apparently, people in Houston pour lean and champagne bottles and sip lean. That is gangster, bro. That's gangster beyond all gangsterdom. That is pretty gangster, bro. And if I sipped lean, I probably wouldn't do that because I would have to buy champagne bottles and things like that. But that's pretty hard, bro. Honestly, is that true? Do they do that in Houston? Would you trust buying land online? Fuck no. Because they could just drug it. If it's sealed, then no, I wouldn't buy any. I don't. Nah, I wouldn't buy drugs online. Cause I'm not a scientist and I don't have the equipment to test if my shit is drugged. Contrary to popular belief, yes, I smoke cigarettes and shit like that, but my body is important to me, and I'm not gonna just experiment with some shit I never, you know. Oh yeah, check out my SoundCloud. But what I really wanted to say is I have an idea for a video, and it's gonna be my worst experience with drugs, along with a time with two of the homies left me for dead when I overdosed on drugs. Would you guys want to be? Would you guys watch that video? I didn't overdose. I mean, I kind of did. It wasn't like I wasn't on coke or anything like that, but just let me know if you would be interested in hearing that story. I'll put that in a whole different story, in a whole different video. It's probably not gonna be actually good information. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you for watching. Yeah. Where's the homie? Wasn't the homie Tyrannosaurus Rico Reckless? Hell yeah, I forgot about you. No, I don't watch. I don't watch boxing like that, man. Usually when I watch boxing, it's like clips, like Muhammad Ali and all kind of weird people I never heard of. So, what's Return of the Flies? I'm gonna tee up. I didn't get enough alcohol today. What time is it? Oh, I got 30 minutes. The motherfucking store's gonna close. Other than that, a lot of flies out here today, man. Everybody, Muslims, Christians, Catholics, Satanists, devil worshippers, I need you guys to pray for me, man. I need you guys to pray that I make a smooth ascension back to Chicago so I can get out of this motherfucking... Bro, you wanna hear something really crazy? You wanna hear something really funny? Alright, look, this is what happened. So I'm sitting right here on the porch. I was talking to my mom for like 2 hours, because that's what real niggas do. So, it's raining a motherfucking storm like crazy. It was raining like fuck yesterday, right? So I'm sitting right here, and I'm talking to my mom. I'm like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I see this white bitch, excuse my language, this white bitch run from the corner of my house. And this bitch is flopping her arms like fucking SpongeBob just got fucking Employee of the Month. Running. And then this bitch right there, look, I'm gonna show you. This bitch right here, on that corner right there. That corner, you see that black thing? That's a fucking fire hydrant, and that's where her shirt is. This bitch took off her motherfucking shirt. Hold up. This bitch took off her shirt. But titties everywhere. This bitch has some big ass titties. Titties everywhere, right? And it's pouring, bro. It looked like it was snowing. That's how hard it was fucking raining. This bitch's titties, blah, 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 titties everywhere. I'm like, yeah, ma, yeah. No, he's okay. Yeah, no, Jimmy's okay. And then this bitch went to go sit right there in a little ditch. And you see the ditch right here? That's where the sewer is, because these motherfuckers are crusty crab as fuck. Because when it rains, all the water goes in there because they don't have a real sewer system. And when it rains, and the farmers fucking have a lot of manure or cow shit in their shit, it smells like shit throughout this whole city. So this bitch is sitting in that, but not mine, the one across the street. And it's fucking, I'm telling you, bro, it's pouring, raining crazy, like one of the hardest times I've ever seen it pour in this Oklahoma. This bitch is sitting here trying to spark up a cigarette. Swear to God, bro. Raining hard as fuck. So she's fucking leaning back in the little ditch, talking to herself. I was like, oh shit, this bitch is on drugs. So I'm sitting there talking to my mom. And I was like, hey, what you doing over there? Hey, what you doing? And this bitch looked up, sat there for a little bit, Little minute, started rocking back and forth and shit. And then she stood up and she walked to the driveway right there, and then she ran off. And I was like, hey, you know they called the police on you? Unbeknownst to me, people really actually did call the police. So I fucking see two lights, and I was like, oh shit. They about to call the police. The police about to come and lock her ass up. And then I got up, and I'm watching her to make sure, they don't violate her ass, make sure they don't rape her, because I don't know these police out here like that. So they locked their ass up. Come to find out, this bitch is my girlfriend's little friend that works with her. Her stepdad's ex-girlfriend. Crazy, right? That shit was funny. I should have recorded it, but yeah. And the people I fucking really don't be pouring up like that though, unless they got the money to do it. Paul Wall and Sauce Walker, I know they wildin' like that. Paul Walker. Oh, what'd you say, Paul? Did I say Paul Walker or Paul Wall? But anyway, guys. I don't sip lean because, damn, that nigga's beating. I don't sip lean because that's just never really been my thing, man. I mean, I'm not really an opiate person. I really don't take to opiates like that. Like, I'm just not an opiate person. I've never really been. I sipped lean probably like less than 20 times. That nigga, one of the homies had the lean on deck for a minute. But nah. It's too mainstream. Like, if you hear my song back in the day, which I just re-released, it was 2003. What I say? I tried lean for the first time when I heard Pimp C die. I mean, I sipped the lean in honor of Pimp C, and then I never really purchased it again. But I've only spent money on lean 3 times, which was when Pimp C died. Me and that nigga Lil tried this shit, and then that nigga got mad, bro, because we were leaning like a motherfucker. We had the DJ Screw. We were like, everything looks purple. But then I tried to pour some lean out for Pimp. Oh god, oh man, goddamn. I tried to pour some lean out for the nigga Pimp C, and the nigga, we almost got in a fight. He was like, nigga, pour yours out. You don't pour lean out. I was like, bro, pour the lean out for Pimp C, bro. The nigga just died, nigga. And I pour my little piece out. I pour like a little slither of it out, but I only spent money on lean probably once after that. I'm not a big syrup sipper though, but pretty much when it was free, I sipped it. I never rejected lean. The first day that I clicked back up with Thirsty, we got tore up out some lean, bro. And we did some dumbass shit, bro, on my account. Cause I bought some, I didn't know the nigga had the lean like that. I thought he was just like, alright, yeah, I got the lean, blah, blah, blah. Just saying it, just stating the fact. And I was like, alright, cool. And I bought some fucking Crown Royal and probably like a little 6-pack or something like that. And he was like, hey, you know I got the lean. I was already fucked up. And he was like, yo, you know what we should do? We should pour the Crown Royal with the lean and call it that queen. I was like, you know what? That's a horrible idea, but let's do it. But we did that shit, bro. That's a whole new monster, my nigga. Don't ever do that shit, bro. Don't ever mix hard liquor and lean. And that's gonna be the new thing real quick, bro. For real. You don't know what happened? I got fucked up. I got wasted off my ass. This nigga Thirsty blacked the fuck out. This nigga, we were about to go to Buffalo Wild Wings. I think we were like 10 miles from Waukegan, Illinois somewhere in a hotel. Me, him, and his whole family. But fucking because they were transitioning to a new apartment. But what happened was this nigga unplugged his fucking PS3 and went in the bathroom, turned on the shower, and was holding that shit in the shower. Then his wife like nudged him. The nigga woke up, and then this nigga put on a robe and was just carrying his fucking PS3 all over the hotel, like walking floor to floor. And then when she went to go, I was already passed out. When she went to go look for this, and she was pregnant with their oldest boy. When she went to go look for the nigga was just standing there holding a PS3 like this, with a robe on, in front of the motherfucker with his eyes closed, sleep, standing up. I was like, oh, what, nigga? God damn. But yeah, don't mix that shit with alcohol. Anyways, man, I just told you my whole life story. I did steal some hydrocodone pills, and they kind of suck. Hydrocodone, you gotta mix that shit with alcohol, pussy, and weed, bro. Just like A-Ball and MJG said, bro. Hydrocodone, you don't just do pills by yourself. Anything. Like niggas do Xana. The only thing that you can do by yourself is alcohol or weed. Everything else you can't just do by yourself. Hydrocodone, if you do a whole bunch of those shits, and which you probably have the Watsons. Those motherfuckers, you gotta have weed with that shit, because if you do too much of that shit'll have you fucked up. But when you god damn, when you start coming down, you get a little headache, and you gotta do more, and the shit makes you feel good again. It's just a vicious cycle. So yeah, bro, pills, you gotta have alcohol, pussy, and weed with that shit. At least alcohol and weed, but. Let him do it again. Yeah, nah. Beer, hydrocodone, and weed. Other than that, you're losing. And some entertainment, and you're good. But other than that, you guys, check out my SoundCloud. I got a fucking diss track coming out. I'm not gonna say who it's against. I got 2 mixtapes coming out. I haven't named them yet. I think I'm gonna call one Red Thread. I think I'm gonna come out with Fantasy and Philosophy 3 Illuminati Dope, which I've been trying to release that mixtape for like probably 3 years. So I might do that. I got hella collabs coming out. Check out B_vlogs. Vlogs with a Z. And that's it, I think, man. I mean, other than that, man, socialize with me, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. The best ways to get in touch with me are my Facebook, my website, and my email. Fuck with my Instagram. Bitch. But that's it, man. AaroniMoses. Be good to the game will be good to you. Be good to the bang. The bang will be good to you. Fuck that train. I got alcohol. I mean, I got anger issues, but that's alright, man. Alright, man. Peace.